Hello, good morning everyone. Welcome to our discussion of Global Professional Free Webinar. Thank you all for joining and stay with us till the end. My lovely audience, today I am your host for the morning. My name is Yarnisakta Chaudhuri. I am from Bangladesh. Ladies and gentlemen, I am proud to be associated with IGP as a global member. I feel honored and privileged to host this webinar. It's my delight to welcome you all to our institution of Global Professional Free Webinar. Thank you all for joining us today in this marvelous evening. And it's my humble request and pleasure to all of you stay with us till the end. Institution of Global Professional serves students and community resource, providing holistic social work and education for great competent generation. IGP is a leading on online skill development institute with thousands of learners worldwide. Institute of Global Professional is an educational institution provide social work with globally. We organized our webinar training offline online course. It's by best and trained speakers, coaches from all the world. Our mission is to empower we people. We have already completed webinars successfully. Uh, please say something about yourself. Let, let's welcome our speaker. Our speaker name is Jamie Christian as Bonaga. Let's welcome our speaker.
Hello, good
Welcome, ma'am.
morning, everyone. Good morning.
Share your screen, please.
Hello,
Share your screen,
hello.
please.
Good morning. Okay, let me just go ahead and share my screen. Here we go.
Ma'am, please say something about yourself. Then you can share your presentation.
Hi, good morning, everyone. My name is Jamie Christian S. Bongbonga, and I'm from the Philippines, Olongapo City, East Coast Division of Olongapo. Okay, so can I start now?
Ma'am, you can start your presentation.
All right, thank you so much. So, hello, good morning, everyone. I am glad to be here today and share a little bit of something that I experienced firsthand during the pandemic. So, we all know that during the pandemic, everything becomes online. When I say everything, I really mean everything. So, just like in our classes, shifted from in person to online teaching. That is why, as a teacher, we also shifted and adjust our classroom discussion to online teaching, as well as our strategies in teaching. So, one of the strategies that I use in teaching is storytelling. I love storytelling. So, during the pandemic, I really tried to create and make digital stories, and that is what I'm going to tell you today, a short journey about my digital storytelling. But before that, let us all um, have an activity. I would really like to see comments on the comment section. Can you please try to identify or give the name of the picture that I will show you? These are all related to digital storytelling. The first picture would be this? Can someone please answer or tell me what is this picture? Okay, let's see. Let's see from the comment section. What is this? Can someone answer? Yeah, I got it. I got it. Yes, it is National Geographic or Nat Geo. So those people who's the same age with me would really know and share their own experience about National Geographic. The next picture would be this. Yeah, the picture is not clear. I blurred it on purpose for you to guess what is the picture. Oh, can somebody tell me? Yes, TikTok. It is a trend nowadays for all ages. I think everybody's using TikTok. Even I myself. How about this one? Can someone tell me what is this? Anybody? Do you have your account here? So this is where, yeah, IG or Instagram. This is where we can watch reels or short stories that happen in someone else's life. Of course, we can also share what we have, what are we experiencing, where we are. And the last one, I think everybody knows this. I just want an answer. You? Yeah, YouTube. Very good, guys. Because everybody's using YouTube almost for everything, right? So these pictures that I've shown you are related to digital storytelling. But first, what is really a digital storytelling? Digital storytelling, to tell you honestly, is not a new practice anymore. It has been with us since the early 1990s. Yeah. So it is a combination of the art of telling story plus multimedia, which includes audio, video, graphics, and web publishing. Storytelling is a tried and tested method in education. Oops, hold on. Wait a moment, please. What clicked onto something? Sorry. Oh, so it is a tried and tested method in education, be it um, by reading a book or oral storytelling. So or through presentations. Digital storytelling, at its most basic core, is the practice of combining computer based tools to tell stories. There are other terms nowadays that people use to tell or to define digital storytelling. Others would say digital narratives, electronic memoirs, interactive storytelling, sometimes infographics, but in general, they all revolve around the idea that it is the art of combining telling stories with variety of multimedia presentation. And this can be done through narration, special effects, and animation. Later on, we will go to that part. Let me just show you this. These are the tools and media used in digital storytelling. So when we say digital storytelling or traditional storytelling rather, we picture a teacher sitting down, holding a book, being surrounded by kids. That is what we have in mind when we say traditional storytelling, because I am a product of that. And I love that. I do that also to my class. But as technology progresses, there's a lot of changes that technology brings. And one of these is the digital storytelling. So, digital storytelling focus on a specific topic and contain a particular point of view. However, as the name implies, digital stories usually contain some mixture of computer-based text, images, recorded audio, narration, video clips, and of course, most important thing, one of the important thing of course is music. So digital stories can vary in length as we can see from our Facebook, Instagram, TikTok account. There is a time if you want to record something, to video something, there's a time. You can set it from 5 seconds, I believe, 10. But in education, usually we have 2 to 10 minutes because of the attention span of our audience or our learners. So the topics that can be used in digital storytelling sometimes or commonly are our personal experiences, what we do at work, um, what we what we have on the table while we are babysitting. That can be a digital storytelling, right? So everything under the sun can be a content for our digital storytelling. Whatever you want to share, whatever you want people to see about you can be your digital story. Well, let's talk about now the benefits of digital storytelling. First, for teachers and learners, there are numerous ways that storytelling can be used in education. But first and foremost, we need to set like a boundary before we add it onto our class. What is really going to happen in my class if I'm going to have a digital story? What am I going to teach? What am I going to show? Is it me who's going to present to the class? We do that, right, teachers? We use digital stories as our motivation, as a springboard to our lesson, to hook our learners during discussion, to make our teaching more engaging, more fun, more interactive. But also um, we need to tell our learners if we want to have their own story, digital stories. We can have that, especially if our students are from middle school, junior, those who can now navigate um, a social media platform. But even kids, as I can see from TikTok, even kids, they're dancing, they're doing editing. You see, so we can we can have our learners experience to create digital stories. So, according to Delon in 2014, here are the benefits of digital storytelling as an educational tool. Digital storytelling creates a space for meaningful listening. Digital stories provide students with the opportunity to digest information in a meaningful way. It's like digital storytelling is an avenue which give learners an opportunity to interact in the classroom. This is particularly important in an age where people are bombarded with stories and information. Digital stories allow us teachers to genuinely engage our students to capture the story's message. So, the next benefit is digital storytelling persuades the brain and the heart. Digital stories can teach students the value of emotional rhetoric, allowing them to explore new ways of acting or thinking differently. There are a lot of stories that can elicit emotional responses to our students and engage them to pursue topics that they're passionate about. There are a lot of um, digital stories that is an eye opener, that gives awareness that people can be experiencing. That can be a good um, topic for our students. So, this method allows students to showcase their learning to their peers. This is what I'm telling you earlier about. Students benefit not only from receiving information through digital stories, but also from making their own digital stories that feature their experience and learnings. They will love this because the kids nowadays, they really want to try. See, they want to try to create something of their own because there are many aspects of creating a digital story. It can improve students' technical skills and hone research and writing skills as well. Likewise, in a university, the University of Houston's College of Education asserts that digital storytelling provides a strong foundation in many different types of literacy: information, visual, technology, and media. So they labeled it as the 21st century literacy skills. And these are the benefits of digital storytelling. Can improve understanding of subject area and writing, technical and presentation skills, improve research skills because students, when teachers give them a task, they will research about that something that will be part of their presentation. Students nowadays are really good in evaluating which is um, good, which is a good story, which is a good content. They are really updated about what is happening. So it can also improve the overall academic performance of our learners. So now let's go to the 21st century skills for digital storytelling. What can our student get for this digital storytelling? In response to the new demands of the information age, teachers now integrate technology across the curriculum, which involves ebooks. Teachers ask us to send and receive emails, convert our work to PDF form, right? We also ask our students to send us a video while they're doing something aside from the traditional literacy that we use inside the class, right? The use of textbooks, group works, numerous worksheets. So aside from that, there is now an evolution of what we do. First century skill is the digital literacy, the ability to communicate with an ever expanding community to discuss issues, gather information, and seek help. So it is the ability to navigate various digital platforms and understand and communicate through them. So it is like sending text, sending emails, yep, making your own podcast, creating reels. So that is digital literacy. I truly believe that a lot of learners right now are digital literate. Sometimes they even know more on how to use some apps other than ourselves, right? Because they really explore. It's with them every day. Everything that they can see is digital. So, visual literacy. It is the ability to understand, produce, and communicate through visual images. Visual literacy involves closely examining diverse visual text across a range of text types, which includes nonfiction, textbooks, picture book, art, advertisements, posters, graphic novels, comic strips, animations, film, and many more. So these are the examples of text types. Technology literacy. It is the ability to use computers and other technology to improve the learning productivity and performance. So it is about posting to social media. I believe everybody does that. You agree? Yeah? Let me go and check our comment section. Do you use When was the last time that you post something online? When was the last time that you post something online? Before attending this webinar, I believe. This morning. That's great. Yeah, just a while ago. Thank you. I really hope that you would also share this a webinar that we have right now. So sometimes with everything that we're doing, we post it online, right? It's like when we're driving a car, going to the bathroom, going to the kitchen, we post it. We also receive emails. We send emails. So these are the manifestation of being technological literate, right? Knowing what to type. It's just as simple as that. Knowing what to type in Google when you are trying to search or research about something. That is technology literacy. And also, I would like to share with you the use of AR and VR, the virtual and augmented reality for games for our students. Yes, that is also a manifestation of a good technology literacy. Well, I really hope we have that. The next is information literacy. In a 21st century classroom, students learn how to interpret facts and figures and even question the credibility of information published online. This is really good because we are developing also their critical thinking skills, where students can identify if it's a fake news, if it's really a credible source of information, which is really good. The term information literacy describes a set of abilities that enables an individual to acquire, evaluate, and use information. You can think of information literacy as having five components: identify, find, evaluate, apply, and of course, a very important thing, acknowledge the sources of information that you have. We really want to do that. That's why, right? Hashtag CTTO, or credit to the owner of what we are using. That is also important when we are creating our digital stories, when we are doing our digital storytelling. We don't want to be um, infringed, right? Copyright infringement. We need to um, ask for the creator or the author's permission before we use something for our digital storytelling. Not all that we can see online, we can put it on our digital storytelling. We really need to be careful with that. Right, the global literacy. The global literacy, it is the capacity to read, interpret, respond, and contextualize messages from a global perspective. Young people who are globally literate have attained a range of competencies that enable them to connect, collaborate, and even compete with peers around the world. Yes, because have you heard games that allow learners to, it's like a global platform where they can communicate, where they can share their thoughts, even chat, play games together. So young people can examine, these are the manifestations, okay? Young people can examine and understand world, regions, current events, global issues, and recognizing how international systems are interconnected. So that is about global literacy. Okay, so before we go to the elements of digital storytelling, I would really love to show pictures. I really admire these people because they they hook me up. They are really good digital storytellers. So these elements of digital storytelling, according to Joe Lambert from the Center of Digital Storytelling, which recommends using these elements to tell more effective digital stories. But first, let me show you these pictures. Let me go ahead and tell me if you know them. This is the woman that I admire. She is really good in creating digital stories. People from the Philippines would definitely know who she is. Is that right? Is that right? So this is a Filipino woman who is my idol when it comes to digital storytelling. She is really good in giving stories. The narration is good. The cinematography is legit. It's really good. She is a worldwide, multi-awarded persona here in the Philippines. She's really good in making these stories. So the next person that I would like to show you is this. He is part of my childhood. His voice, it is in my head. Whenever I can see his picture, it's like he is narrating a story. I can hear him right now during Jumanji, right? He's really good. He's a good actor. Robin Williams. He's a good actor. He's a good narrator. It's like you really want to stop and listen the whole day to what he's going to say, right? It's really good. I like him. I admire him a lot. It's obvious. But the next person that I would like to show you, because one of a digital storytelling that I would love to try, but I just can't try, is doing a travel digital story. Do you know this person? Do you know this? I watch him on YouTube. He's really good in reviewing food. Actually, that is his digital story. Reviewing food all over the world, plus humor, plus travel. So I like him because of the narration, of the flow of his show, because flow is really an important part when you are creating your own digital story. We can learn from these people on how they create their story. Oh, let's move on. This guy is I watched him on Netflix. Do you? Do you guys know him? He's really good. The way he narrates is very natural. He can narrate, I think. I saw his vlog before while he is doing his laundry. It's really good. He is really good in telling what he's doing, the emotions on his voice, the emotion on the flow of his um of his vlog, or actually on the movie where I watch him. From the movie where I watch him, it is a first person point of view. He's the one narrating. We'll go there later. He's the one narrating the story. That's why you can hear his voice when uh, it's gonna be suspenseful. You can hear his voice if it's gonna be happy. Yeah, we can definitely learn from these people. Learn from everything that we watch, every movie, every book, every clip that we watch. We can learn something about digital storytelling. So let's go. Point of view. Stories should be constructed from the author's own understanding and experience. A digital story allows a writer to experience a personal expression. This is supported by Joel Lambert's view that all stories, right? All stories are personal. There is a personal touch coming from the author, from the writer. So as such, these stories should be constructed from the author's own understanding and experience. This is why many digital stories are written with a first person point of point of view rather than a third person point of view. In addressing the point of view of a digital story, um, there should be a specific concept that the author wants the audience to realize, right? Every part of the story needs to help the audience catch that realization. So defining the point of view becomes an important part of the editing process, because from the point of view we should be able to answer at least three questions. What is the point of the story? Who am I telling the story to? And why I am telling a story now? As authors and creators of digital stories, we should bring value to our personal life experiences, and from that we can create a unique point of view to our story. So if you're feeling down right now, use it to make your own story, digital story. If you're happy, go ahead, share it to us. We want to see, we want to know, because we can learn from that. The next is the dramatic question. This is a key question that keeps the viewer's attention and will be answered by the end of the story. But actually, there are digital stories that leaves us hanging, right? Maybe there's a sequel, there's a part two, but always remember that good stories grab and connect with you by employing a question that need to be answered. It's like when we are watching a movie, right? Right. Um, the Avengers. I think that's the last movie that I watched. Will Iron Man live and reunite with the Avengers? Those are the thoughts that we have, or when we are watching. Um, will Harry Potter? Will Hermione and Ron end up together? Those are sometimes that hook us up, that we want to see. So the answer to a dramatic question may or may not be resolved by the end of the story. So think of a popular movies, books, or clips that hook you up until the end just because they have a powerful and dramatic question. So, what was the last movie that you watched? Yeah, what was the last movie that you watched from these um that that has a good dramatic question? Do you have? For me, since that's the last that's the last movie that I have watched. That's the last the Iron Man, where Iron Man died. Is there someone? Well, there's a lot of movies that leaves us hanging that has a good dramatic question. Uh, Mr. Harrigan's phone. What is that? Maybe I can check that out later. So there's a lot of um, movies. Dramatic question really will um, keep our audience enticed by our story. The next is emotional content. Emotional content, these are the issues that come alive in a personal and powerful way and connects the audience to the story. Did you know that research has shown that emotion enhances knowledge and understanding? An effective digital story can steer an emotion and can have can steer emotional reaction from the audience. Such digital stories work to discover and pursue a new understanding of the concept of us being human, right? Because it's there. If there is a story, emotion is involved. What are what are the emotions that keep keep us hooked um, from a digital story? Like love, loss of someone, loneliness, humor, right? So anything that will have a stake in our hearts. So digital stories deal with these issues to not just to hold an audience attention, but also to create something like an impact on the audience. Okay, the next element would be voice. It is a way to personalize the story to help the audience understand the concept. The author's voice can add um, nuance to a digital story to make it more personal. There are various characteristics of the author's voice, including their pitch, their inflection, timbre, which can convey meaning and intent in a very personal way. There are some, um, there are some who are monotonous, but when they are telling their digital story, their voice go with it. I think it is just about concept. You need to work on your voice with the concept that you are trying to convey or the concept that you would like to have on your digital story. Economical. Using just enough content to tell the story without overloading the viewer. Maybe that is the reason why reels and short clips are created in Instagram and in Facebook because everybody values their time, right? And the span of their attention. 5 seconds, 10 seconds. For some, that's already long. That's why you need to be on point with your digital story, especially if you are not in the education side, but if you are on the business side, like you're doing an infomercial, an advertisement. It's like a one punch story. Right? We need to be economical with the use of our text and images, of course. And because of the practice of economy, most digital stories, they really tend to be short. To make it more impactful, yeah, pacing. Pacing, they say that the true secret of a successful storytelling depends on the pacing, which is the rhythm of the story, how quickly or slowly it progresses. It is really with the flow, the plot of your story. A story's flow and rhythm determines how it sustains the audience interest throughout its duration. Storytellers must be able to pull a story back or move it forward when needed. In some cases, improving a digital story's pacing requires, this is a difficult part, omitting some parts of the story. But we should ensure that the story's flow would be as natural as possible. During editing stage, you can really see the pacing of your story, because if it's just a draft and or you are in the act of doing it, you really can't realize it yet. But when you sit down in front of your computer and do the editing part, that's it. That's where you can see how good your pacing is. So there are a number of visual and audio effects that can help establish a digital story's pacing. Of course, quick visual effects and upbeat music, which suggest urgency, excitement, happiness, or for slower music, it can suggest drama and contemplation, right? It's like you're not sad, but what you're watching is sad, and you feel sad with, while you're watching it. You're hooked. The pacing, the rhythm is good. The flow of the story is good because it makes you feel what is shown in the digital story. Soundtrack is very important. The music in a story or any other sound that embellish the story. A good soundtrack or a good music can greatly enhance and underscore a digital story. It is like adding complexity and depth to the narrative. So, music in a film strip um, stirs up emotional responses different from what visual information suggests. Because if you see two people holding hands, it's like, what's that? But for you to feel what they're feeling, you need to add music on it, like a love song, right? Something that inspires, like a treble of strings, right? When you're watching something, provides a sense of suspense, while upbeat melodies suggest that there might be a happy ending. This, although it is not part of Joe Lambert's suggestion, this is based on my personal experience and from what I am observing right now in the digital world. Grammar usage and language appropriateness. We should be careful with this because a good grammar is vital in digital storytelling. One wrong word, believe me, one wrong spelling and usage might cause a ruckus. Definitely. So, as an author and creator of a digital story, we should be careful with the use of grammar and language. Always consider your target audience or who might be watching either by choice or by accident our digital story. Because um, right now, cancel culture is a trend, right? We don't want to do that. We don't want to have that or to experience that just because of a word that we put in our digital story. So the next part is here, the quality of multimedia element. admirable presentation of images, video clips, and other multimedia elements should be thorough. Just like what I've said earlier, not all that we can see online can be used for our digital stories. Not all the time. Oftentimes, we really need to ask for an author's consent or creator's permission if we would like to add their digital story to our story. Some of them, some of them will reply, but some of them won't. But it's okay. Some of them would definitely like to share what they did. But if they don't, we should get it. We should get the answer. It's a no. So instead of borrowing someone's digital story, let us make use of our resources and be creative, right? So let's just create our own. Right here. Okay, so let's move on to here. What are the other elements? Right. A good digital story allows viewers to interact through a number of engagement opportunities. These opportunities include sharing information through social media, sharing comments, subscribing to podcasts, and even contributing to their content. Next is technical structure and organized content. So, according to Santos Moran on 2016, a strong technical foundation is essential to a good digital story. Technical tools that can contribute to an effective digital story include a customized content management system, collaboration tools and analytics, framework for measuring audience behavior. Nowadays, there are tons of technical tools that we can use to bring life to our stories. And we will go on to that later. Going to show you those tools which I don't use and which I use. You I'll tell you about it later. Set, the last part is visual design. Digital stories should encourage easier reading as well. This is achieved through the use of clear space and careful selection of text type. I remember watching something in Facebook. The title I think is "Fonts Matter." So if you are trying to send a letter to your boss, definitely don't use an old English font. So it's just like here in digital storytelling, you would like your fonts, your images to be clear, not crowding in a place. Rule of thirds will always be present whenever we are trying to create our digital stories. And this digital story should um, provide us optimized, right? Optimized touch for various devices because it's not just the computer, it's not just the phone where we can be watch or our audience could be watching. Visual design is mm, very important. Now, for the tools for digital storytelling, I want to see our participants. Have you tried using a digital storytelling tool? Have you tried it? If yes, can you share? What tool are you using? Yeah, what tool are you using? I want to know because I want to check if it's for free. Just to give you a heads up, guys, I'm going to share some of the tools that would definitely cost us. Okay, so let's see. What are these tools? Okay, what are these tools? The first tool is Book Creator. Book Creator looks like this. This is a landing page. Book Creator is a tool that allows users to create multimedia ebooks and digital stories. The tool allows users to add videos, audio files to their creation with auto draw capabilities. Moreover, the platform allows teachers to set up multiple libraries and enjoy real time collaboration. However, yes, there is a free version available. It is browser based, so you need to be connected to your internet when you are using it. Pricing would be $60 to 120 per teacher. But if you are going to use it or you would like to have it for the whole school, I think there will be a there will be a discount available for Windows and Mac. Yeah, the export formats would be ebook, PDF, and videos. The next one is WeVideo. Okay, type yes if you've tried using this. I think this is a good one. It is a digital WeVideo is good because it can the files that we do here can be exported to LMS software and video sharing sites such as YouTube. Okay, it can also offer enhancing our storytelling for teachers, but not only that, they can also provide um, video tutorials, webinars that can be used for professional development. Is there something that we need to pay? Yeah, but there is a 30-day free trial for teachers available on OS and Mac. You can just easily search for it if you want to check and try how they look like for and try their 30-day free trial. Storybird. This is good. Storybird is a language arts tool that helps kids develop their skills in visual storytelling. The platform curates original art from illustrators into a library of more than 10,000 images. Students can use these images for creating books and comics, poetry, and all that. It is one of the largest storytelling communities in the world. But is there a pay? Is there something we need to pay? Of course, there is no free version available, but it's just for $4.99 per month. Okay, but the export format is just for PDF. Next is Filmora Wondershare. Filmora my friend, was my friend because when I tried to use it, there is a pay. Yeah, we need to pay for it. When you try to export it, there is a watermark. So at first, during the pandemic, I tried to use it without the knowledge that when I export it, there will be a watermark. So I keep on working and working with my digital story, and then there is a watermark on it. It is very easy to use, yes. It enables us to edit videos. We can just drag and drop the effects, the visual effects that we would like to have. Raise your hand if you are using Filmora. It's really good. However, there's a watermark because we need to pay for it for like $20, yeah, per month per PC. It means for per device. So if you will buy it, there will be no watermarks, and there will be tons of effects that will be available on your app. Story That is another web tool that we can use. Story That is one of the well-known digital story tools today. So it offers versatile features for educators. It's also a drag and drop app. Free version, yes, it's available. $8.99. So the last one is the Anchor. It is like it is not like it is podcasting. We're going to talk, share whatever you want to say. So that is Anchor. It is a platform for creating and distributing podcasts for free. The app can capture audio from mobile devices and desktop computers and provides a wide variety of tools for editing these recordings. Users can import existing audio and video files. Is there something a way to pay? No, go ahead. Try it. If it's for free, let's maximize the use of it. So, what are the free tools that I'm using? Of course, Canva. Canva for everything. Keep on using it. It's like part of me. It's part of me. I use it for everything that I do. It's very accessible. Just need to type a picture, the picture will be there. No need to worry about copyright or no need to worry about asking permission. There's a lot of designs. I'm not promoting, all right? I'm just saying that I'm using this for my own digital story. PowerPoint, yes. With PowerPoint, we are we already have what we need to have. PowerPoint, there is actually a tool, yeah, tool that we can use to record our slide with our voice embedded on it. So try it. Try it for your class. So the students will be amazed. Ah, this teacher's voice, she's good. Something like that. I do that whenever I need to have, whenever I need to present. So I'll just push the play button and that's it. No need to worry if you're gonna buckle, if you're gonna tongue twist because it's already recorded. Yes, it's there. You can also convert it to a video together with your voice, together with your presentation. There's animation on it. It's fine. See the power of the PowerPoint. Pinterest. Yes. Many of us use Pinterest just to get ideas for worksheets, for recipes, right? For cooking, for preparing something that we don't know, but we can also share videos, short videos on Pinterest. You can try it later on. WordPress. It's really good. However, you need to be connected to the internet to have it. But it's good. Audacity and of course TikTok. It's like everything is there. If you want to know something aside from using YouTube, TikTok might be the answer for you. There's a lot of digital stories. If you need to practice, use TikTok. It's a very good app. Even students have this. Okay, so we're almost done, but don't worry. Tips in creating a digital story. I would just share at least three because I will be with you guys again on the 9th of November. I'm going to be talking more about storytelling. So, what are the tips in creating a digital story? So, my first tip is this: begin with an idea in mind. So, it is a it is best to focus on one type of story. So it can prevent overlapping or too much sharing. Um, it should be personal, 3 to 5, if it's just for trying. Let's just start with an idea. Now, if you have a lot of ideas, just write it. Keep on writing. Keep on writing until you finally see what do I like to write? What do I like to have as my digital story? Well, the best thing is just begin with one idea, one concept, one theme. Is it about heartbreak, humor? To what idea will my story evolve? So if of course we would like to, we are going to share the things that we know, right? So begin with all the ideas that you are knowledgeable about. Begin with an idea that you you are experiencing of, or you've already experienced, because your experiences is not just yours. There's a lot of people who's experiencing the same. So begin with that thought. What am I experiencing right now? Show instead of telling. Creators must keep this in mind. When writing a script, the script must be written economically with observations. And so when you are um, having, um, creating or starting your digital story, make them feel, make your audience feel the emotion that you are trying to convey. Make them feel how you felt when you are in that moment of happiness, moment of sadness. So instead of telling them, this is how I feel when I go to school, show them, show them what you really feel through body language, through images, through your voice. So the third one is less is more when it comes to visual effects. Because sometimes there are digital stories that has a lot of um, visual effects, and I feel dizzy whenever I'm watching it. This may be a common mistake among new creators, the young bloods, because they would really like to try different trends, especially in the area, in the department of effects. But we should take note that effects are just there to give accent to our story. It is not um, a, a platform to showcase, oh, this effect is new, I'm going to put it in. But the question is, does it go with your content? Does it go with what you're trying to say? Or does it go with your message? You keep on using uh, zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out. Imagine if you're the one watching it. What would you feel? Right? So let's just try to use a little bit of it, so our story will definitely, the message of our story will will surface. The message that we would like to convey will be get by our audience. So maybe you will ask me, what should I, what should I, where should I start with? What should be my topic? You might be asking me that question right now. What could be a good topic for my first, if it's your first, for my first digital story? Always remember that your life stories are your masterpiece. Just go and share to the world. Whatever you're feeling like right now, whatever you are doing right now, go ahead and share. That could be a good topic for your um, for your digital story. So that is what I am going to show you today. I hope that you enjoyed and you learned something regarding digital storytelling.
Thank you, ma'am, for your nice presentation.
Thank you.
Now we go into our quiz competition. Then we come back again. Our question answer session.
Thank you.
Dear participant, now we run our quiz session competition. To join this session, you have to go to slido.com. After that, you have to enter the code. The code is IGP quiz. Let's enjoy the quiz session. Now we start our quiz competition. So to join this session, you have to go to slido.com. After that, you have to enter the code. The code is IGP quiz. we started our quiz competition now. Uh, First question is digital storytelling is first option books you read in the library. Second option short fiction, non-fiction, multimedia, narrative. The correct answer is option 2 short fiction or non-fiction multimedia narrative. The second question is what is digital storytelling? First option is conducting a tradition storytelling. Second option is research, writing and developing a story through a computer. The correct answer is option 2. Research, writing and developing a story through a computer. Third question is the elements of digital storytelling ex- except first option is economy, second option is society, and the correct answer is option 2 society. The four number question is digital storytelling is option 1 multimedia, option 2 market media. The right answer is multimedia. Question number 5 is what are the four webs of digital storytelling? First option is creative web, rational web, pathos web, caprice web. Second option is creative web, literacy web, methodological web, ethos web. And the correct answer is option 2 creative web, literacy web, methodological web, ethos web. Question number 6 is what is the benefit of digital storytelling? Option 1 is a media without borders. Second option is personal reflection and learning. And the correct answer is option 2 personal reflection and learning. Question number 7 is first step of digital storytelling is first option edit on timeline, second option select a topic, option 2 select a topic. The question now 8 now is how many essential elements of digital storytelling are there? First option 5, second option 7. And the correct answer is 5, 7. Question number 9 is what is the ultimate goal of digital storytelling? First option to tell a story. Second option to make something memorable. The correct answer is option A to tell a story. And the last question is YouTube is an example of what phase of digital storytelling? First option methodological phase, second option creative phase. And the correct answer is methodological phase. Congratulations of our top 10 quiz competitors winner. Top 10 quiz winner get their certificate from our Facebook page. Our Facebook page is Institute of Global Professional. Th- Now we are going to our question answer session. After short video, we go our question answer session. Thank you everyone. এটার পরে ভিডিওটার পরে ম্যাডাম এটার পরে ম্যাডাম আসবেন Welcome, ma'am, to our question answer session. Participants are requested to ask their question in comment box. Please address speaker name. Ma'am, our first question is good afternoon, ma'am. How does digital storytelling enhance learning? What makes storytelling effective?
How does digital storytelling enhance learning? Well, when learners are um, watching or reading, it's like just reading a story or watching a story. Learners can improve their grammar, learners can enhance their comprehension skills. So, that is how digital storytelling can enhance our learners. So, what makes a storytelling effective? It is effective if learners are really with you when you are telling the story. They're really listening, they're really hooked. And of course, you can see them if you ask them a question and they were able to answer. It means that your story, the way that you deliver your story, can be understandable. So, I think that is how learning can be enhanced through digital storytelling. It increases vocabulary and comprehension among our learners.
Thank you, ma'am. We we are still waiting. For next question.
Still
Dear
thinking.
participant, we are still waiting for next question.
Hmm.
The second question is, how can teachers use digital storytelling?
Hmm. How can teachers use digital storytelling? Of course, you can use it by making your own. I do it for my class when I have a book, I have it, and I would like to recreate the story. That is how we can use it. We can use it as our springboard, our motivation in class, or sometimes as a part of an activity. We can use it to evaluate our learners as well.
Thank you, ma'am. Uh, the third question is, what are the some digital tools or application that will you recommend?
What I will recommend is PowerPoint because it's for free. You can have it. You can just turn it on. Um, Very easy to use. Most of us teachers already know how to use PowerPoint. We just have to explore more because we can now use our voice. We can narrate using PowerPoint, and that is a digital tool that I can recommend you guys. It's for free, and we're already educated when it comes to
Sharing your
PowerPoint.
valuable views. Thank you, ma'am. There is no more question. Thank you for your wonderful presentation and share your valuable knowledge.
Thank
Thank
you
you,
so
ma'am.
much. Thank you so much.
Today's some of our technical problem we cannot share our today's webinar code. We will provide the code in a short time. Thank you. Today, dear participant, today some of our technical problem we cannot share our today's webinar code. We will provide the code in a short time. Thank you. Thank you everyone for attending this session. Thank, thank you very much and stay happy, stay safe.